Welcome back to another R-TAC and Daughters, and this is our second in our series of World War I rifles. As you can see, it's a Berthier, but this one is a long rifle. As you can see, this one has the 5-round magazine, so it will take the 3-round clips and the 5-round clips. And yes, for you liberals out there, that is a clip. It's an E-block clip, an N-block clip. Mangalinger rifles took them, and M1 Grands take them. So anyway, nothing new there for you guys that watched the carbine session. So now we're going to check out this World War I 1917 dated, model 1916. The French like to be complicated like that. So this is made at St. England. I guess that's how you pronounce it. My French ain't too good. But it is the model M16. So yes, French, or yes, the French like 16. The model was updated of the 1890 Berthier, and the 16 included the 5-round magazine and some other updates. They updated the rear sights, and like I said, this right here is made in 1917. The date would be right here, but you had to take the handguard off. I did that earlier. Not a pleasant thing to do. So, as you can see, it's got maybe some bayonet damage there. If I'm, lucky. Like to think it's bayonet damage, but it's not a crack. It's not forming anything, so it's pretty good shape. Wood on it's nice and good. We'll go. And this bad boy is definitely long. There's that swivel. And then the handgun starts there, and then you go all the way down to the business end, and right there you'll see a little mark there, but that's just handling marks. And then there's your end cap, stacking lug, bayonet lugs, and your front sight. Now you can see that looks like white. Yes, the French actually used a luminescent paint on the front sight of their rifles. That is factory installed. See if I can get back without this flash. That is not added on by anybody else, or a reenactor, or Bubba, or anything. That's factory illumination paint. Of course, it's wore out by now. So, as you can see, this gun doesn't have the cleaning rod in it. They omitted that for the long rifle. And we look at the top of the receiver here, you'll notice there is, we can focus here, there is no N, because this rifle was not in French inventory in the 1930s, so it did not get the updated N-ball round. Now, our friends at Fiocchi and PPC all make the original Labelle round, which will fire in the end marked receivers like on the carbine in our previous video. So basically what it is that the necks are a little bit different. So this will fire the older rounds, old military surplus, no problem. And the ones that have the end marked on them on top of the receiver, like I showed on our carbine video, they'll fire both the surplus rounds and the modern rounds for the end marked. So they're good to go on both. This one you can only fire the older ones, but PPC makes the older version, so shouldn't have a problem with it. Not a whole lot to go over on this rifle here, except that it's got the longer sights on it, and it's got the trinium in it. So we can do a little bit with the sights here. Here's your battle sights, your French battle sights there. So, not a whole lot of difference on this bad boy, other than the longer sights and your optimistic 2,000 meters to shoot somebody with. So, I have not had a chance to shoot this one yet. It's definitely a lot longer than the carbine, and the French put these to use. They made a model in 1907 that they issued to the Vietnamese colonies and to the shorter statured people in their colonial forces during World War I, and basically they took it and brought it back and did all the updates like they did on the carbines, and the long rifle came out. So this one escaped, as you can see right here. You don't see the inletting because it never had it. On this side you can see no inletting. Good picture, there we go, of the stacking hook, the way it's locked in, the bayonet lugs. It's got a nice crisp barrel on there. There's another holding. Oh, that thing's stiff, but you heard it smith, so it moves. You hear it. Well, you did that last time. It's gonna make a liar out of me. Then there's the ejection port for your clip to fall out. Serial numbers. All these guns match. Both the carbine and this rifle match. That's how you take the firing pin out. The bolt head. Again, no end on that. We can get the glare to go away. There we go. Does not have a curved bolt handle. Has the straight bolt handle, as you can see. So all in all, it's not that much of a heavy gun. There's your clip. Push that and the whole clip will eject out like on a Garand or a Carcano. So, not a bad little rifle. Like I said, this one was made in 1917. A good chance that it did see action on the Western Front. And the fact that it doesn't have import markings on it or the end marking, it didn't stay in French arsenal. So that tells me that it could be a bring back gun. It could be one that they put on the surplus market, but honestly I don't see why they would have put this on the surplus market. The French are very good at recycling all their own rifles. I mean, they still had the 1874 Gras rifle in service in World War I. They put it to use to free up more Berthiers and Lebels for the front line. And they even rechambered it in 8mm Lebel versus the 11mm Gras that it was in originally. You'll actually can come across these. They're somewhat rare in 7.5 French. So the French even updated these all the way up to World War II. Then again, this could have been I don't think, it's highly unlikely that it's a colonial rifle. It could be. That'd be a good reason why it doesn't have the end marking, because it wasn't in French service on the mainland. It may be in colonial service, but I don't see any colonial marks on it. So I'm pretty safe to say that this was could be a GI bring back from World War I, battlefield pickup that somebody put on the surplus market. But it's hard to tell. There's no import markings on it, or any other markings other than the original French markings. So a lot of speculation with this one, but definitely a neat rifle of its longer brothers. And stay tuned. Our next rifle is going to be the Gewehr 88 commission rifle that Mauser didn't have anything to do with. So stay tuned, and that video will come up next shortly. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and we always try to do a video every week. Sometimes we'll put out 3 or 4 videos. They're no longer than 10 minutes most of the time. We'll do tabletops first, then a range video. So stop by, like us, subscribe, and we'll see you guys later.